It's Thursday. Ooh, me shutter look bad. How are y'all? I'm good. Thank you for asking. And y'all are here. I've got one home, Thomas. His throat hurts. He's had a cold. Good morning, Lillian. So we're going to the doctor. That's why I had to wait to call. Right at 8:30 if you want an appointment. Hi, Ashley at 9:45. Hey, Cameron. And I shouldn't be smoking right here because if I smoke right here, Amos's bedroom is up here. See? Well, you can't really see. Anyway, it's above the kitchen. And then I noticed the other day his room smelled like smoke. I think the smoke is like going in some vent and then stinking up his room. Yesterday was good. Hi, Amy. I look real tired. That was so early to get up. You're on a jet plane watching? Where are you going, Sheila? We're all so jealous. Yes, but we made it home safely. Everybody took a great big nap, not excluding me, and then went to bed early too. Now, Amos's birthday is tomorrow, so we picked up a cake and cupcakes. Hey, Ruth. Which is good. Today, I'm going to the doctor to look at my wrist because it still hurts, which is annoying me. It's been like 3 weeks since I had that damn cast off. And then I have a meeting, conference call with the state auditor. I'm glad I made it back safely too. You can call the state auditor when you have discussions. The state auditor actually audits people's jobs. Isn't that interesting? So people that work for the state that aren't doing their jobs, you can talk to them about it. I'm not going to mention who I'm talking about with the state auditor. Aaron, yes, Bethwood. So we're going to have a little chit chat at 1:30. Elizabeth, and then my friend Bess. I'm keeping her boys for a little while this afternoon so she can get her hair cut. She's a teacher. And then my husband is going to the state Wake Forest game. I'm assuming it's football tonight with some friends. So that's actually sort of nice. I might do a regular video tonight. Maybe I will do that. What time? I wonder. Maybe at 8. And tomorrow is the birthday, so we're doing birthday at school. We got cupcakes for me and donuts. And then we're not doing anything unbelievable. I did get Amos a playhouse at Target because he loved it. It's in the back of my car. So now I got to figure out, how is Amos? Oh, he's good. He went to school. I got the drops in his ears, which was like putting cyanide in people's face. I better go to the game too. Yeah, I don't need to go to a game. And then Saturday, he says he's going duck hunting, which is fine again. And then Sunday, I start my big work week. So today, between doctor's appointments, I'm going to print out all my talks and make sure my slideshows are ready and get ready for that. What are you discussing with the state today? How do you get to be supporter number 1? What does that mean? Be the best supporter I have, Kitty? I don't know. It's a wonderful question. I guess you could sign up twice. No, I don't know. You're all number 1. I'm discussing with the state some concerns I have with a position at DPI. Yes, top fan and supporter. Ooh, Jennifer, that's smart. I also need to call that Dave Machado back about charter bass. I have this good story that I've got to put up. about this other charter school in Wilmington where girls can't wear pants. I mean, little girls, they have to wear skirts and dresses, which is fine for private school, but public school, sort of annoying. I mean, Blair wouldn't even want to go to the school, but as the mother said it's a really good school, so she wants her child to be able to go there. But she also wants her to be able to turn cartwheels. That just means some of us talk more than others. That's true, Cameron. Let's see what else. Oh, that little girl missing in Lumberton. Hi, Lori. I tell you what, if you have any friends in that neck of the woods, please send them that picture of that Ford Explorer. I mean, that is serious business. And somebody mentioned yesterday, they were like, why didn't the Amber Alert get issued? Which I think is really a good question. It was about 3 hours from the time they called 911 till the Amber Alert was issued. And so yesterday I called, but we need to find her one, but we also need to have a conversation about Amber Alerts. I called. So when the director of the Amber Alert program, who I talked to, said they get the request, they can have the Amber Alert issued within an hour, but I don't have the exact minutes. They didn't get the request for 2 hours, and the family does speak Spanish, so when they called 911, they had to get a translator, which you would assume there would be one nearby, right? Especially in places, I mean, there's lots of people that only speak Spanish. And so 2 hours. The data says that 40% of people that are kidnapped, like truly kidnapped by strangers, are killed within an hour. 40%. And the first 24 hours are crucial because there's so many agencies involved in Amber Alerts. Well, there really aren't that many, Jennifer. So I talked to the FBI. They have an agent in Charlotte who's doing all the stuff, and they don't have a ton to say with. They're not in charge of the Amber Alert. It's just the law enforcement agency. But I was thinking about this. So one thing is you have to be under 17. It has to be determined that you're in danger, and you have to have some information that you can share. Somebody just sent me a message and said, Mark Johnson, your friend, is speaking right now. Is he in Edenton and I didn't know it? Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to get off this phone and text the person that just sent me that. Oh, I'm at the school counselors conference in Greensboro. He's in Greensboro. Wonder if he's talking about school safety. I'm trying to be nice to Mark Johnson. I really am. So anyway, so you have to be under 17, in danger. There has to be information that can be shared, right, to issue an Amber Alert. This person is sending me the funniest text. And in this case, she had gone outside to start her aunt's car. She was waiting for a ride to middle school. They heard screaming, and a neighbor saw a man with a yellow bandana dressed in all black. They don't know his race because he was dressed in all black. Put her in the car that was running in their driveway, so they knew the license plate number, and drove off with her. So my daughter did qualify when she was 17. Oh, I think, Jennifer, was she like kidnapped in danger? I didn't know that. It has to be like really a stranger or something. They don't want to overuse the Amber Alert system. Like there's a 15-year-old boy in Connecticut right now that left on his own, I don't know, a week ago. And that wouldn't be an Amber Alert, right? Because they wouldn't think he was in danger. No, he probably is in danger. Yeah, they don't do it for runaways. They really, I guess because there'd be so many, people wouldn't pay attention. This is really for, do you want me to set up a meeting since you can't get him? Oh my gosh. I mean, this person is sending me the funniest messages. They have not found her yet. So I was just like thinking to myself at my house, if my daughter and my neighbor saw Blair screaming and put in my car, which was running, and driven away, and I called 911, and they were at the house within, let's say, 3 minutes, right? I mean, that's how long it takes if I have, like, locked my keys in the car. And we explained what had happened. Now we speak English, right? I wouldn't think it would take 2 hours to issue an Amber Alert. And I'm not criticizing them, and I wouldn't do this openly, but I do think we need to have a conversation because the rules were met really careful. How did he know he would be able to? I don't know how he knew. How did he know he'd be able to steal a car? Who knows? Maybe it was a split decision. You know? I mean, the same way that, I mean, do you remember the case in Greenville, North Carolina? I think it was the first Amber Alert in North Carolina, actually, where the dad went in to buy diapers and the mom was changing her son's diaper in the back of the car, and he threw her in the car and took off. I think weird things happen, and they're very unusual, but we need to be ready for them when they do. So anyway, I just don't see why it took 2 hours. Maybe he'd been casing the place. If Blair were gone and my neighbor saw it, I would think maybe 15 minutes. And I would want an all points bulletin out to look for the damn car. So that's just me. Call me crazy. But I think living in a trailer park and being 13 and speaking Spanish were probably not good. I just wonder if police maybe were a little more skeptical over, like, well, what happened? What were they doing? Or blah, 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 blah. Anyway, he was already dressed in black with a mask. Well, he had a bandana on. A lot of people wear black, so he could have just pulled the bandana up. Like, it may have been someone that knew her. Well, if he did know her, she clearly wasn't into it because she was screaming, right? So it doesn't matter if you know the person. That's not a requirement for the Amber Alert. It's if you're in danger. And screaming would be, the mama must not be the assertive type. Well, it'd be awfully hard to be assertive if you don't speak English. You know, what if I were in another country and didn't speak their language? That would be really hard. Like, important to have somebody that speaks Spanish to talk to immediately. Anyway. You know, I'm all for what kind of investigation had to be done. They don't have to call the FBI. That doesn't have anything to do with the Amber Alert. They let the FBI know pretty early, but the FBI doesn't have anything to do with issuing the Amber Alert. The police department has to call the North Carolina Center for Justice, and then they issue the Amber Alert. You know, it's great to be an advocate. I'm an advocate for my own kids. But I always think about, whenever I do anything, well, what about the families that can't be advocates, or aren't, or are too busy, or who knows what? Like, we need to think about those people too. Anyway, often they know the person for Amber Alerts. It seems it's often an estranged parent that doesn't have custody. That's not enough to do an Amber Alert. Even if you don't have custody. Like, I mean, I have friends whose spouses don't have custody, but I don't think the parent would feel like they were in danger of their life if the parent had them. Do you know what I mean? So this just seemed very clear to me. But I don't know anything. So anyway. And last night there was a mass shooting in California. I think 11 people were killed, 11 or 13. And so this morning I was like, I'm going to do some research on mass shootings, you know, just because for a bit I actually do something that's useful in my house. And there was one article that said the United States is very low in the number of mass shootings around the world. And I was like, that's so interesting. Well, then I read another study. Oh, it's the highest in the world. Oh, that's exhausting. So then I look at the data, and the Washington Post did a really good analysis of the data of what's defined as a mass shooting. And it seems like the United States actually really does have some problems. So this one person that said they didn't said they were counting things like terrorist attacks as mass shootings. I don't think any of us are counting terrorist attacks. Are we? I'm not. I'm talking about people minding their own business and somebody coming in and shooting a bunch of people. But like the kind of thing that's a threat if you live in eastern North Carolina. That's what I call mass shooting. Who's driving in my driveway? I don't even want to go look. I hate people coming to my house. I usually hide. Maybe I'll hide around the back. Different statistics. Well, people like to manipulate statistics to the way that suits them. Any news on your stroller? No, but several people have reached out and said they have a stroller I can have. Should I go look to see who's in my driveway? I would think a terrorist attack could be a mass shooting, but it wouldn't have to be. That's a good point. Cameron? Run for your life. Be very quiet. There are some instances where there are no parental rights and they take the child. Yeah, but I think that would be clear. That would even be harder, though, foster children. Do you think that would warrant one? I think so. It should. But I could see that that might take a little longer to figure out. How did Amos do yesterday? Oh, he did fine. He really did fine. Maybe it's your stroller coming home. No, it's not. Yeah, when I was at this political thing for my friend Bruce, who didn't win, somebody was like, they knocked on 9,000 doors. And I was like, well, how many people actually came to the door? Like, well, I don't know. I'm like, well, that's important because I don't go to the door. Anyway. Maybe they'll just go away. No, I don't like Amazon. I'm afraid it's going to put small towns out of business. I got this offer to do this Amazon link thing, and I just can't quite bring myself to do it. Right? Because I don't like Amazon. Y'all ordering everything on Amazon. Eventually, there's not going to be any stores left. And where will you live? People just live on the moon. Oh, it's my housekeeper. It's parked in the driveway. Block me in. That's okay. Even though I have to leave in a little while. Yes, when I have no other options. Me too. But I mean, I know people order paper towels and all that mess, which I guess is no different than going to Target and buying them. But it's just something with me. I just don't love it. And I mean, it can be good. All those Halloween costumes, that school in Pender County, they got like 1,000. And I think most of them were Amazon. So that was good. Good morning, Lillian. Now, let's see what else we need to talk about. I use it for things I can't find locally. Yes, which is a lot of things. We went to Target yesterday and spent a good bit of time. You didn't see me at Englewood Methodist. Oh, I know. I was there for a long time. Oh, that electioneering is exhausting. You can't go past the sign. Then people are like handing out sample ballots. It's really a lot of work. There was like 50% turnout in North Carolina. 50%. My new thing is, if somebody starts complaining, I'm going to immediately look and see if they vote. If they don't vote, then I'm blackballing them. The idea that you would vote, not vote. Did your friend get elected? No, he didn't. My other friend, though, did. Lank Dutton got elected to the school board. And he has children in public school in Nash County. So I think that's good. He sent me a text last night. She just said Mark Johnson only talked less than 5 minutes. Went all the way to Greensboro to talk for less than 5 minutes. Wasting gas. No. Have to go to work. Bye, Tracy. No, he did not get elected. The woman that got elected, I think, is plenty fine. And she's 82. No offense against anybody that's 82. But she's done this for a long time. My thought would be, I think I'm going to get somebody that's like kind of new and up in the game. We have Rocky Mount, a town that really needs a lot of revitalization. Maybe she's done a great job. I don't know. But I like Bruce. So I couldn't vote, but I would have voted for him if I could. Now, y'all tell me something. If I'm going to put this little playhouse outside, do I need to put like pavers or something underneath it? I think I do. I got to go get those. From Kellogg's, our construction place, I voted for him. Yay! Well, I think he would have been good. Hi, Sheila. I get my hair done tomorrow, and then I'm taking cupcakes to school for Amos's birthday. Yes, thank you, Emily. Okay. I didn't do that today. You know what I need to do? I need to not smoke. I need to exercise. And I need to go on a diet. And then all of those things, I would probably have lots of energy. I saw this friend of mine that sells Plexus when I was at Outback the other night picking up cheese fries. And she threw a bottle of energy pills in my car. Which she said were all natural. I hadn't taken any yet. Tarp. Oh, a tarp. No, I'm not going to do a tarp. I think I'll do pavers. I had bricks over there, but I pulled the damn things up. And then I think I told somebody to take them away. Y'all got a good weekend planned? It's cold. It's going to be cold. I sort of like cold, though. I will only run when I'm chased and not very far. Stop smoking first. I think I'd rather do the other stuff. Why did I start smoking? Somebody should have told me not to. It's because I wasn't doing the supporter program. Y'all could have encouraged me not to smoke. I'm having chips and a mini Coke for breakfast. Going to the beach. Oh, I'm jealous. Ed Sheeran. That bee. Ed Sheeran, that sounds fun. Blair and I want to go to a concert, we decided. She wants to go see Blake Shelton. We had our big Lands in delivery for winter coats. Oh, that was a good idea. I had the big clean out the closet and see if we have winter coats, which we kind of do. Because I buy stuff, did y'all see that bee? I buy stuff big so they can get like 3 years out of it. Sitting in a hotel conference room waiting on our presenter. Jeff Dunham. He's my ginger love. Judgment-free zone. Oh, I love a judgment-free zone. Makes me so happy. Hi, Angela. What else? Yeah, next week. Oh, he's going to be busy. Super busy. I need to make sure my babysitter is all lined up. She's hiding from me. Smart. And I've got to talk to my mother. I don't think I'm getting to go to Florida now. So excited to go down there and have like 4 days of like peace. Look at this bee. But oh no, she wants to be in Rocky Mount. Friendsgiving at the Hub on the Main, North Carolina, and ribbon cutting at Tobacco Wood Brewing Company. That sounds like fun. Amos wants to go on a train ride. I don't think we're going to do that this weekend. Big Thomas was like, he won't like it when he gets on there. I am stuck in an office. So Melissa, yesterday, Thomas does this F3 thing. Are y'all familiar with that? It's like this exercise regime. They do like 3 mornings a week. And he was reading me all the stuff on the website. I was like, I think I'm going to have to write about F3. Does anybody even know anything about it? But the words are so funny. So they call your like name, your hospital name is the name, like your birth name. And then they give people names. Take him to the Polar Express. Oh, makes me so tired. Maybe we'll see. Then you get another name. Oh God, now I'm getting a message because I told my friend Mary Scott I would help in the chapel. I gotta hide from her and tell her that I can't because I have to take Thomas to the doctor. Then you get your like team name, but they call people, but then they have all these definitions on the website, and one of them is indoorsman, somebody who fancies themselves and looks like an outdoorsman, but actually spends the majority of their time inside. Isn't that funny? Oh, I think that's funny. The Polar Express ride, I have heard of it, Sasha, but I mean, that is like 6 hours from us. I would die. The Rocky Mount train, I think, would be just as good for Amos. And it's an hour and 15 minutes away. But where would we go? I thought we could go to DC for the weekend. I mean, not this weekend. Going away for the weekends are tiring. It's tiring. What's wrong with Thomas? Well, he's had a cold and he says his throat hurts. He's not like a sick type. So I want to make sure he doesn't have strep. Do you know what that is? The squirrels fighting. I have rabid squirrels in my yard. So yes, we're going to take him to the doctor to figure out if there's anything we can do for him. Which probably involves me begging for an antibiotic. You know, they hate to get those suckers out. Which is fine. I get it. But we don't need people missing school for days on end. But he does look kind of peaked. What's going on in there? My son just had strep. I know. Ugh. I don't want to get sick. Because, you know, it's all about me. No. But I really don't want to be sick next week. They're married. They're not rabid. I got to figure out how to get this damn playhouse out of my car. It weighs a ton. And I just couldn't deal with it last night. Because I was like, then I'll put it outside and it's going to get wet. But I could get little Thomas to help me get it. Shoot the squirrels. I have had Brunswick stew made with squirrel meat. Have you ever had that? It's not bad. It's been a while though. I was young then when I would eat squirrel. People here put venison and everything. I don't mind venison, but I don't love it. I prefer just run-of-the-mill pig. Russell wants to have steak for dinner. Or he said he did. I was like, I guess I could go get steak. I made it last spring, I didn't eat it. That my shutters aren't, I mean, the shutters look terrible. And the slats, look, there's the slat. The slats are just in a pile on the ground. Because no one would dare pick them up. You can get oil of oregano. No health insurance. Oh, Angela, I've got to figure out my health insurance. That's on my to-do list. But I'm not doing it until like next week. I don't like Brunswick stew. What? Try a train ride from Wilson to Rocky Mount. Or Rocky Mount to Wilson. That's a good idea, Dinah. We could take the train to Wilson, see some friends, and then go back. Ugh, that seems like a lot of work. I hate health insurance. I know, me too. Oil of oregano. My parents feed me chitterlings. What? Chitterlings? Chitlins? I don't know if I've ever had chitlins. Isn't it like, do you get it through the marketplace? We used to get it through the marketplace, and then we got the sign that we're no longer eligible through the marketplace. So that's really, I don't think we are, but holy cow, that's gonna really be expensive. Bad. My dad runs his train over the holidays. Oh, your dad has a train, doesn't he, in his backyard, Martha? Yes, that would be perfect. Now I can do that. Drive to Rocky Mount and go on Mr. Kinchelo's train. That'd be perfect. Keep me posted on that, please. Stick up the whole office. Oh, that's like when you cook collards. Woo! sticky. What else? Anything? Christmas. Don't do a party. We just do family piñata time. You know, so the trouble with Amos and the party is I like giving a party, right? I mean, like, I really do. But Amos doesn't like a party. But then I want Amos to get invited to other people's birthday parties. And I mean, why would you invite somebody that doesn't have a party? So it's hard for me to like be like, well, they didn't invite him. Be like, well, we didn't invite them either. Just being fair. My other kids, the two that have summer birthdays, same thing. But then we do other things instead. Like we'll have spend the nights. So maybe they don't invite them to their party because we're not here for their birthday. But we still do other things so they would be included. I mean, we don't do it so they're included. But they would be included because it's typical. Anyway, it's just a thought. Like, we all want our kids included, but it's hard with special needs kids if you're not having a birthday party anyway. And you're not really having to spend the nights. My granddaughter hates her own birthdays. Russell used to say, no sing, no like, no birthday. Which is true. Getting my septic tank pumped. Oh, that's a good thing to pay for. Getting rid of a bunch of shit. Ooh, Martha, I'm so excited you said that about the train. Now I'm going to hold you to it. Martha's my friend from Rocky Mount. iHeartRadio for a month. What is that? Is that Christmas music? What happened to Thanksgiving? At Target yesterday, there was no Thanksgiving. It was just all Christmas. I guess people don't make money off Thanksgiving, so they just don't promote it. Thanksgiving is something that all religions celebrate because I mean, it's Thanksgiving. If you live in the United States, you're thankful for Thanksgiving. We go on adventures during the week of our birthdays in January. Yes, I'm a big fan of adventures. Depending on how deep it is, I have to pay $20 a foot dug. Ooh, you might need to get out there with a shovel, Becky. That's what I would do. I guess I'll go inside. Amber alerts are still at highway sides. Yeah, I saw them on 64 yesterday. Papa Bill would love nothing more than to show Amos's train. Oh, good. Oh, that's perfect. Thanksgiving movies. Yeah, there is that one, what is it? Peanuts. Charlie Brown, Thanksgiving. Oh, I could like go inside right now and eat popcorn and watch Charlie Brown Thanksgiving. I keep hearing people walking around. There are probably people that are like, what is that fool doing? They're in my parking lot. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna go in, get myself organized, and then take Thomas to the doctor. Free Birds is a Thanksgiving movie. Oh, I've never heard of that one. Russell wants to watch with Sleepy Robinson, which my children say is the only movie I'll actually watch with them. I do like it. And then this morning he told me I was like a teenager. And I said, what does that mean? He said, you're emotionally like a teenager. He goes, I mean, you do that live video stuff. I bet if you go to a teacher conference, you'll do a live video. I was like, I will not. Really kind of hurt my feelings. Is it true? I had to stop at Ian's Donuts. Amos had two. I bought a dozen Ian's Donuts yesterday, and they were all gone this morning. I didn't even get one. Did I? No, I didn't. I had gotten one with cream cheese. Carry on, people. I'll see y'all tonight, maybe around 8. We'll do a video for everybody.